Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee, and on today's video, I'm going to test out a couple of things to see if it's going to fit for a live situation. So we have the Harley Benton GPA-100, which is a very cool little amp. So I'm keen to see if how this will set up with my Harley Benton 2x12 cabinet, which I've got set up there with my SM57. And what about if we were to use live this little Freedman Demonfx distortion? I don't know if I can focus or not. Hopefully that's in. And yeah, to see how it works and how it goes. So let's set everything up. Let's see how it sounds. I'll take it from there. Now have everything plugged in, ready to go. Grab my Onsby guitar here, tuned down to drop G, which is always fun. So let's get a signal first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the volume down on this because it's working like a preamp. Yeah, I just don't want to blow my ears. All right, let's see if we can clean this up a bit. And I wouldn't mind a little bit more volume. So there is a bit of a hiss in that coming out, but that's because we've got no noise reducers or anything running through, so there's going to be some hiss. Let's turn the gain down. Let's see if we can sharpen that up a bit. So drop a bit of the bass, add a bit of treble. That's sounding not too bad just as it is. Let's see if we can muck around a little bit with it, because I haven't used this pedal in a while, so a bit excited to give it a crack anyway. So the presence. Yeah, presence is good. Let's see the tight. Let's crank that tight. Let's not. Wow, that takes way too much out, but which I kind of like. I like when you can go both extremes and you've got the option to be able to increase it or decrease it as much as you want. So I always feel like it's better having a wider dynamic range to be able to choose from rather than being limited too much. So that's really cool. Yeah, all right, so that's sounding pretty cool. Let's, how is the levels actually? Yeah, not too bad the levels coming through there. In the room, it's sounding very loud and very rad. So that is cool. Let's try adding a bit more gain now, because we'll crank it just so we can get it out of our system. Yeah, I prefer it dialed back a little bit. It's a tough one to feel on where it should fit. Yeah, so I have no idea how you're hearing it at the moment because I've just got it coming straight through my cabinet just down there. So it's at a nice volume, I think, for me. I do like it. But yeah, I'm keen to hear how it's going to sound on there, on exactly what you're hearing. Because in the room, this is sounding pretty rad. But I'm going to take a little bit of a step back now. And I'm going to do a bit of a jam. So I'll double up on the guitars, add some drums and bass, and just hear how it sounds in the full band mix. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And then we'll have a bit of a chat about it on the other side. All right, time for my final thoughts. So, Freedman, this little clone pedal that I've got, is very rad. I really enjoyed the tight aspect to really help clean it up because here and now, once again, I haven't heard what the mix is going to sound like. It's on there yet, but just speaking from a perspective of in the room, that worked out an absolute treat. So just using a straight little distortion pedal like that as a preamp into the Harley Benton GPA worked out a real treat. So in regards to using it in a live situation, I don't think there's any issues whatsoever with that. Been able to bring a tiny little setup to get a fairly big sound from it. What else did I really talk about? Not much else really, because it kind of spoke a lot for itself. I did have a lot of trouble getting into this pedal, this Freedman pedal, when I first got it. I think it took 3 or 4 attempts of me using it to find its sweet spot and really get something decent out of it, because I used it firstly as a straight distortion pedal in front of an amp, and that didn't work out too well. I tried it a couple of times in the effects loop of an amp, and I think it was the everything's about the Harley Benton in this video, but the Harley Benton Mighty 15 head amp that I have worked out the best, if I remember correctly, which is really cool. But yeah, I haven't touched it in a long time, so yeah, it was a bit of fun bringing this out and giving it a crack, because I felt like, especially with the low tuning guitar that I have, it worked out an absolute treat. But definitely keen for your thoughts. So what do you feel about how the setup was, how it all turned out? It might be a little bit airy I think the overall sound, because of how I've got it set up. I didn't really test the mic in that first to try to find the best position that. I kind of just put it there and hoped, because I was more about capturing, which is what happens a lot live really. You don't get much of a chance live when doing your sound check to get that pristine position that you want with the mic in regards to the cabinet. So yeah, I just put it there and let's see how it all goes, how it turned out. So yeah, there's lots of fun putting this together and doing it. And thank you very much for joining me in this video, and I look forward to joining you in further videos as well. And until then, please, stay safe.